Hello, everyone. This is Canadian immigration lawyer Mark Holthe welcoming you all to another live Q&A. My goodness, what is immigration doing? This is absolutely crazy, is it not, you guys? To think about all of the changes that have been occurring and just everything we're seeing that is literally transforming the landscape of immigration as we know it in this country. I am Mark Holthe, Canadian immigration lawyer, ex-immigration officer, and right now, your primary source of information on the new pathways to permanent residence. I will see you in a bit. All right, so as many of you guys know, last week, immigration made this massive announcement about these new streams for permanent residence. In fact, there were 6 of them. Francophone, as well as programs for healthcare workers, programs for essential workers, and all of you international students. And I think we can safely say that this has been one of the largest announcements that we've ever had with respect to foreign workers and the economic pathways for permanent residence in Canada. Unbelievable. Now, there's been so many factors. Go back, go to my YouTube channel, watch, and many of you are watching on YouTube. Hello. Many of you are watching on Facebook. Periscope is shut down, so I don't know where my Periscope feed is going. Maybe it's going to Twitter. I'm not even sure if you guys can actually watch it. But what I want you to know is that I'm not going to dive into the details, the real weeds of the program right now, the PR pathways, because I've done other videos on that. And I really want this to be a true Q&A. And the reason for that, and I'm going to just share my screen with you guys so you can see this. This is what I've been up to, okay? So here is the YouTube channel right here. And many of you are probably watching on YouTube, like I said. Some of you may be watching through Facebook. If not, get over to the YouTube channel, click on here, and you will see. Here's the live. We're doing this right this minute. But if you scroll down here, look at this. I've got 2 today. I've got one, if you're in Alberta, if you're in Canada, you're looking about, or you're in the process, even if you guys that have your COPRs that have expired and you're thinking about, I want to be self-employed in Canada, you've got to check out this opportunity for newcomers on innovations and setting up your own businesses. And that's what I've invited my good friend Aaron to join me. I'm going live today at 2 p.m. Mountain Time for this one. Then the one that none of you guys are going to want to miss is this one, the new PR programs, essential workers, international grads. I could add on Francophone as well, but I didn't in the thumbnail. But this one right here at 7 p.m. tonight is going to be the be all and end all. It's where I'm going to dive deep in and give you a very, very good idea of what you guys are going to be expected to do if you're going through this program. And I know a ton of you have questions. A ton of you are interested and want to know, but I'm doing it in the evening because lots of people are at work right now. They're just not able to watch this in Canada. And so tonight at 7 p.m., make sure you let everybody know live right here. You can watch it on Facebook. You can watch it right here on YouTube channel. I'm going to be demystifying all of these areas of uncertainty that we just don't understand fully about the programs. And it's so much fun. At 11 p.m., we're going to be ending this live early because I have to jump on a technical briefing with immigration on these exact programs. And in fact, I have right here in my hot little hands the slide deck. Ooh, there it is. Passing it over right here that the government had given me in advance, and the other lawyers and representatives from the consultant associations, as well as probably the Quebec Bar, that we have a technical briefing for us at 11 a.m. And as soon as that's over, I'm going to do everything that I can with my other table officers for the Canadian Bar Association to share and disseminate this information so that every lawyer within the Canadian Bar Association gets access to this information first. Then I'm going to spend the rest of the day unpacking, thinking about this, analyzing it, and releasing every ounce of information that I have that's current and available. And remember, this technical briefing, I'm sorry, all of you other YouTubers out there who are just wondering what the heck's going on with this program, we will know and have the most up-to-date information. Now, I want to show you a couple other things that I'm really excited about. I've been thinking a lot about how this program is going to work. I've been thinking about how I can best help all of you. And one thing I know, that if we have caps, if we have limitations on the number of people that can come through. So 90,000 are caps. The French-speaking programs don't have caps, but the deadlines are still there. It opens May 6th. And you can see from the instructions that they provide me here in my nice little sheet here, all of these slide decks right here. We know that it comes to an end November the 5th. Come heck or high water, November 5th is when it closes. And so you've got a narrow window of time. But how fast? How fast is this program going to actually fill up? That's the question. So everybody's freaking out. That's why you can't get a language test. I spoke with someone, one of my consults yesterday said that he was traveling to the US to get his language test. That's how important it is, because without it, you can't get in. And so I want to flip back here and I want to show you something that's really fun. So today I've got the opportunities for newcomers. I'm doing everything I can to help people both in Canada, outside Canada. Then I'm also going to, in this video here, the blue thumbnail is all about the live Q&A tonight, 7 p.m. Mountain Time. Click on here and get a reminder. I've got my own reminder set here, but you can set a reminder and it will notify you when I'm going live. So you do not want to miss that. Make sure you share this with everybody in the sound of my voice and everybody that's watching this. Let all of your friends know, because I can guarantee there's not going to be a source of more up-to-date information on the program than this. There literally is not. So that is going to happen at 7 p.m. And then check this out on Thursday. Canada immigration is crazy. Okay, that's the question. You can see me. I say no. Maybe Ronna Lee, who joins me, I think she thinks they're crazy. And so I put yes in front of hers. She probably is like horrified by this thumbnail. Ronna Lee's an awesome lawyer, immigration lawyer in Ottawa. And we're going to break this down. We're going to talk about this massive 176 draw. We're going to talk about what they've just done with the new pathways to PR. And I think Ronna Lee and I sit on different sides of the equation. So we're going to have a little bit of fun debating and analyzing our views on this. And Ronna Lee's put a lot of effort into it. And I have to admit, she's got a lot of really, really good insight. And mostly for me, it's like from the gut, but she's got empirical data. So she's going to argue probably why the decisions and how they've rolled it out are just not well thought out and they're just poorly devised. And then I'll say they might have been poorly devised, but they're freaking awesome and I love everything that's happened. So you can't miss that one. Come join us 4 p.m. tomorrow. Remember, this is all Mountain Time. I'm in Alberta, which is the center of Canada. There's no other province that's more important in Canada than Alberta. And then last but not least, you Express Entry folks. This is going to be the best video that I've ever done on Express Entry, diving into the most common pain points, and we're going to reveal them all to you. Myself and my good friend, Tamara Moshe Kusher, who is also, ironically, an immigration lawyer who lives and practices in Ottawa. So we've got the Ottawa Connection coming up. That's going to be at 1:30 p.m. on Friday, Mountain Time. And this is just going to be awesome. So those are only a fraction of some of the things that I've got going on. And Immigration Nation is piling up. It is just filling up with awesome content, bringing in my fellow immigration lawyers across the country to share the insights, our experience, to talk about things generally. And you can see if I flip back here that the videos, guys, are piling up. You want to go back and watch the citizenship thing. This video that I did with Alex Stoyachevich. Wonderful, wonderful. One of the most seasoned practitioners in the country, an exceptional individual. And he came and joined me last Friday to talk about virtual nation building, because that's what it is. And so all of this content, remember, is there. Come to the channel and make sure, I want you guys to see something right here. I want this channel to be 100,000. I want it to be that large, because I don't have some fancy marketing budget. Like, I really don't. You can see what I've got here. It's me, and if I slide my screen back here, it is me and Igor. That is our team, and Igor's a rock star. He is so awesome. But I don't have the marketing of, say, right here, and I'll give him a shout out. So here's CIC News, Campbell Cohen. If I flip down here, let's see, what does Campbell Cohen have? They say they have over 60 immigration lawyers, paralegals, and other professionals. Now, I don't know how many immigration lawyers there are. It kind of gives the impression that there's 60. There's not. But they have a massive team, lawyers, paralegals, other professionals, committing to help clients achieve their Canadian immigration goals. And they do a lot of good work. But here's the thing, okay, this is what I love. So, and I'll give them a shout out, because they've got individuals that are specifically targeted with creating news. They're hot off the press. They've got what's the most current information out there. But guess what, guys? They don't have what I've got tonight. I don't think there's any of the lawyers that are on the Canadian Bar Association that contribute and participate in what we're doing with the CBA. So all of us that are volunteering and that are a part of this will be in attendance at that technical briefing. Now, maybe they've got some other avenues for the information they're sharing, but they are offering a webinar, Essential Workers and International Graduates in Canada, how to apply for PR. Do you live in Canada and want to apply? Join Canada Visa on April the 27th. I don't have time to wait till the 27th. How about April the 21st at 7 p.m. tonight? I will share every ounce of information that I know about the program that I've learned in the technical briefing that I have today, as well as the information that I have available and in my hands right at this very moment. Now, with that being said, I want to show you guys something. So if we go back here, I am actually going to register for it because I want to learn what they learn, because mine is completely open, I'm not collecting your email addresses. I'm not developing this database of people that I can then market to. This is classic, right? But I'm going to type in my email address here and I'm going to process it and I'm going to stay up to date with the latest information. And I'm crossing my fingers that they will allow me to join them and learn everything there is to learn. So Canada Visa is the biggest, largest platform out there. You guys all know it. It's massive. And you're going to have to wait till the 27th to get their take on what this is all about. I'm going to give it to you tonight. So that's something else. And now the final piece, well, it's not the final piece, but one thing that I'm super stoked about is that I am creating a brand new DIY course that will launch right away. That's all about this program and how to navigate it successfully. So right on our website, and there's a link right below in the description. If you click on here, leave your email there, just like this, but this is for the course. So this is if you're interested in actually paying to be a part of my step-by-step do-it-yourself course to go through the pathway yourself. You can register here. I'll need your name and then a phone number to reach out to you to let you know when we actually go live. So are you an international student, essential worker? Guys, if you are a Francophone, it doesn't matter which one you choose, okay? Just click either one. I'm gonna have Igor update this so that there's an option that says I'm a French speaker, because absolutely that's fully embedded in everything that we're doing here. So get notified, and it's purely to get notified about the course when it goes live. Now, I want to jump back, and I'm not showing my screen once again. Oh man, I'm so frustrated when I do this. Here's the site. Here's my website. Go here, click on this link, and the link is below, and it will take you right to here, which is coming soon, because just in fairness, if I go back to Campbell Cohen's, and well, actually, I don't even know if I can get back to their site. If you go back here and you read, they identify what you will learn, and they say here what we know of the application requirements so far. Note, full details are yet to be released by RCC. That is correct. They are yet to be released, but I've got some sneaking suspicions about what's going to happen based on this technical briefing and the meeting we're going to have in just a little bit, few minutes with immigration. Okay, so back to the discussion. Go here, click on the link, leave your information, and I will notify you as soon as the course goes live. And the course may very well go live before Campbell Cohen's live webinar even happens on Tuesday. Now, here's why I'm doing this. I want to explain something to you guys who are interested in this program. And if I look at the people that are watching here, a vast number of you are all going to, like a vast number of people are going to be interested in this program. But here's why I'm doing what I'm doing. This is going to be a race. It is. It's going to be a race to file. Those of you who have your language tests right now, you, for all intents and purposes, have won the lottery. Those who don't, then it's going to be really, really challenging to see how fast the 40,000 for international students, the 20,000 for healthcare workers, and the 30,000 for the essential workers. We'll have to see what happens. But think of it this way, okay? Now, I don't know how many people are, I really don't know how many people work at Campbell Cohen, okay? So let's say you choose to hire Campbell Cohen, or you choose to hire some other law firm, even my own for that matter. Understand that if I decide to take 30 of you as my clients, and I have 3 lawyers in my firm right now, I'm interviewing another lawyer today. We are growing, no doubt about it, but we have a limited capacity. We can't process everybody's applications at the same time. And so if I'm a lawyer and I have 30 people that have decided, Mark, we want you to help this. We know that you understand the process. You've been involved in this game for so long. We don't want to trust our lives with anyone else. Well, the reality is, how do I choose amongst those 30 candidates who I'm going to put in the program first? Who am I going to complete and enter information in first? I only have a limited capacity. Now, Campbell Cohen probably has, like they said, 60 people maybe. That's fine. Maybe they can handle 200. I don't know, 300. Maybe they can do 500. I don't know. But the reality is, you can only, as an individual representative, enter one person's information at a time. So that invariably means that some are going to be preferred over others. Maybe it's first in, maybe it's first out. Well, here's the difference, and here's why I have decided to create this right here, my PR for International Students and Essential Workers course. The reason I have decided to create this is because, well, first off, no one cares more about your application than you. No one does. But instead of me fully representing you, what I do is I teach you how to do it in real time. So there's going to be course material that I'm going to stay up all night to create if I need to. The moment I've got I know exactly which forms, but I already know that it's going to be a form based. It's going to be, I already know based on the instructions that it's going to be not so much like Express Entry because they can't build out all the online forms, but it's going to be more than likely the application forms themselves that you would see for the PNP program if you're filing, say, a paper-based application. So understand that that's one little tip that I'll give you right now, that it more than likely, now I could be wrong, but more than likely it's going to be the IMM forms that you're going to be completing and then uploading. Okay. That's the starting point. Just like you do when you're extending your work permits from within Canada, the 5710 and the other IMM forms. That's largely what it's going to be. So I'm going to have videos created that teach you how to fill out those forms, but there's going to be so much information that you're not sure how to work it. And that's where the master classes come in. And I'm in the process of doing a master class right now for Express Entry, all those 56 videos every day. The cohorts that are in the group, and they're an awesome group over the next 2 weeks. I meet with them at 5 p.m. in the evenings, and we work through for 1 hour. I answer all the questions, and everybody is able to complete and submit their own applications on their own. It's a DIY process with the help and support of an immigration lawyer and a former immigration officer. That's the model that I'm going to be using when I set up this PR and International Student DIY course. And I love it because there's no one in front of you. You guys get in, you get your information. I teach you how to do it in real time. And then instantly you're ready to go when you're ready to submit the application. And the best part is, if one of us in the group here's some new piece of information, and I am not the bearer of every single ounce of information about this program. I'll tell you, there's no one amongst the groups that are attending with immigration, aside from the department themselves, I don't know of anyone that would have more current information than what all of us lawyers and consultants that are part of the groups invited are gonna be able to get in terms of information. So that is the process that I'm going to follow. So get over here and register to be notified, and I'll let you know when the course goes live. And it's going to be very, very similar to Express Entry. But what I may do, because of the timing, is I may take this course and I may condense it in a big, massive condensed process, maybe 3 hours over 3 days, because there's no time to wait, right? So I may very well, the moment I know, if I can go live before May 6th, then that's what I'm going to try to do so that everybody is ready to go. And every ounce of information that I get, every piece of feedback, it's going to go into that course so that I can help as many people as possible all at the same time. My goal is to have 1,000 people going through this course where I'm teaching them. We're in a massive Facebook group where everybody's watching live, and we go through this process and we actually help each other. We answer questions. We do everything. That's the goal. And that's the direction that I'm going. And I think personally that it is the absolute best, because then you are not faced with a situation where you're waiting. Now, I'm going to give you option 2. Some of you just feel like you can't trust yourself. You're not sure if you've done it correctly. You're not sure if how you've entered the information is proper, and that is fair. Some people are just concerned about that. That is why within the firm we created the collaborative review model. And so if you go to About Us and you click on Approach, you will see that we're different than other firms. And I can tell you that representatives will not be submitting this information through any representative portal. It will go through your own. And so this approach, this collaborative review approach, is specifically designed to help you because you drive the ship. But through screen shares, we go through everything together with you, all the forms. We even help you upload the documents, and then you take it from there. And that is why I love the collaborative review model so much. It's the only thing that we do with our clients. And this is something that all of those individuals that, many who take the course then decide, you know what, Mark, I just want to hire you to help me with this collaborative review. And the beauty of this is you're not waiting for anyone to fill out forms on your behalf and then give them to you to review. You drive the ship. We teach you how to do it. I give you access to the course, and then you complete it and we review. And we join you as lawyer and client right in a face-to-face interaction. And that's why I love this process. Okay, I spent a lot of time talking about this, but the reason is because I want to have the greatest impact in the world to help people get through this program. And there's going to be so much garbage, so much misinformation out there. There just is. And it's a reality. And so my goal and my team's goal is to help you with as much or as little support as you need. And remember, there's always the ability to go to our site at any time. And I've already had so many people do this. Come to our site and just simply book a consult. And you can go right to the site. You can click right in here. You can find me. You can click on the 25-minute consult. We had a little bit of a glitch yesterday, but it's up and running. And literally as early as tomorrow, you can click and start booking. I opened these up because I was full. I was so full with consultations. And so you can see I start 7 a.m. in the morning Mountain Time. All right. And that's all designed to give as much space as possible for people who have questions. So if you do, you can book those consults. And I'll sure know a whole lot more today after the technical briefing. Woo, that was insane, you guys. That was insane. Okay, we've got a ton of people that are tuning in here. I can see right now we've got almost 130 people that are watching live. I know you have tons of questions. I'm going to forego all the greetings. Hello to everybody that has chimed in here. It's good to have you. I appreciate it from all over the world. I can see people tuning in. Richmond in the US, Melbourne, India, Edmonton, just a ton of people. And I just showed you, Jamel, how to book a consult directly with me. All you have to do is go over here to our website, just like I showed you. And the link is in the description below. And when you're here, all you have to do is just go, even on the front homepage, you can't miss it, right? We make it as easy as possible. Book a consult right here. Okay. All right. Enough of that. Enough plugging my services. Why do I do it, guys? Why do I plug? This is my business. This is my livelihood. This is how I provide for my family. But I truly, genuinely believe that when you choose to retain our firm, you are going to have a better chance at avoiding all of those problems and the issues that plague people when they try to do it on their own. And I'm not saying that every single application that we ever submit is ever going to be perfect or 100% guarantee. I will never say that because we don't have control. But I'll tell you, you might forget something, you might miss something. If I, in my traditional, the old way I did it, took a questionnaire from you, submitted an application, well, I could miss something individually. I could maybe make a mistake, or one of my paralegals, which was commonly the problem, which caused me to change my model in the first place. But individually, we make mistakes. We do. But together, those mistakes are shrunk down to virtually nothing because we don't miss stuff when we put both of our heads together. That's why I love the model. Okay, let's see what else we have going on here. Edmonton, yes, hello. We've got tons of people. Good afternoon from Calgary. Okay, here's another thing. Sam says, right off the bat, let's jump into these. Calgary, YYZ, or actually, I think that's Calgary. Yeah. Is police certificates required for the new international graduate program? They will be eventually. Everybody will have to provide a police certificate. It's just a part of every program. Godfrey's in Dubai. Mohammed says hello. When might it happen again, Mohammed? Watch the borders. When the things start to open up, that's when the FS draws will start. And he's talking about the open draws, no program specific. Okay, we've got Singapore. So cool. Excuse me. Let's see. Okay, Raul says, hello, can student and dependent apply for visa at the same time? They can. Ultimately, whether or not it's approved or not, that's a different situation. But a student and their spouse through the programs are entirely entitled to apply for an open work permit at the same time. But The issue of whether or not they'll approve it is a different matter. And being able to show temporary intent, it's so country specific, it's so individual specific, it's so visa office specific that the experience for people are all over the map. Okay. Okay, Amit says, IRCC website says COPR holders. Wow, I'm talking so fast. Okay, can travel from the US to Canada. No restrictions of COPR issuance. Date if person travels from the US. Can you please help to understand this? The travel restrictions from the US, if you have a valid confirmation of permanent residence, yes, you can travel to Canada, but you can't do a soft landing. You have to show that your purpose of travel is non-optional, non-discretionary. In other words, you're actually relocating to Canada. So US, if you live in the US and you have a confirmation of permanent residence that's valid, yes, you can travel and you can land. You can. Make sure you have your quarantine plan. Be prepared to, be prepared for the COVID hotel if you're flying in. But those are the key aspects of it, Amit. Yes. Everybody else, different orders in council, directing with different rules for other countries. And so it is not easy, not easy. Okay. Hello. Okay. Anyone who's asking about, hey, what are my requirements? What options? What should I do? Like this one, Rupinder, I will ring this bell. Oh, first I will turn on my sound effect and then I'll ring the bell. Okay. And that means legal advice, book a consult, Rupinder. Anything that relates specifically to you, I'll never be able to dive into it because it's legal advice. And I don't think I have my legal advice on here. I had this nice little overlay that was all about legal advice and I can't find it. Let's see. Oh, there we go. Okay, I'll turn that one on. As a little advisor, information shared does not constitute legal advice. And why? Because Rupinder, I need to make sure that I have all the facts before I can actually give you direct advice. But general stuff, answering questions generally, that's what this is all about. Okay, so get over there, book a consult, Rupinder. Links in the description below. Okay, what stage does medical request on a work permit request indicate? Well, this entirely depends as well. There's so many different factors that are involved. It means that your application is complete and it's not going to get rejected. It means that you're on the process now when they request a medical, but often that happens at the early stages too. And so they can still refuse your application on its merits. Okay, we've got Nepal representation. Rupinder says no sound. That doesn't make any sense. Let me go to the bottom here. Guys, okay, I want someone to let me know, make sure that my sound and audio levels are okay. Because I saw something that said no sound, which I have to presume that person doesn't have their own mic on, but sometimes I have problems with that. So let me know right now. Yes, and Rena says right here, there are no slots available for IELTS and CELPIP. You bet, that's a problem, Rena. And so keep watching, keep searching. Some people, okay, good. There, Alexander says it's good. Thank you. So in this situation, when you have language tests are totally an issue, and that's a known issue, something we're going to talk about with immigration today. Okay, let's keep zipping through here and get to some more questions. Let's see. Okay, I jumped ahead a little bit fast there, and now I'm trying to find my place again. Okay, medicals, there we are. Hello, Darsh. Rupinder says, can't hear you. Oh, okay, well, hopefully we can move on. Okay, from Pakistan, we'll give that Facebook user. The reason I pull this up is because everybody that's watching in the Express Entry Law private Facebook group, if you want your questions and everything to be seen, go over to the Canadian Immigration Institute page. And in there, if you're watching it from the Canadian Immigration Institute Facebook page, you can then, your comments will be visible and I can see who you are. So, hello from Pakistan. Okay, let's see here. Yes, so anyone like Raheel who's asking the questions, book a consult, okay? Especially, do I qualify? All right. Okay, well, adding funds in our account will help in increasing our chances for PNP Saskatchewan. No, having $1 million in your account doesn't increase your chances any more than having the minimum settlement funds that are required. Oh, there's Nina, immigration consultant. Hello, Nina. It's so good to see you. Nina took one of the courses in the past, and I actually have some law firms that are taking my Express Entry course right now. Some immigration lawyers and support staff. So everybody's open. Everybody's welcome to take the courses, anything that I can do to help people, including this one right here, you guys. If you wanted to register for the PR for international students and you're an immigration consultant, like, it's open season. And some people think I just hate all consultants. And I think Nina, she can attest to this. I don't. I hate the ones that are awful and terrible. I hate the ones that exploit people. Why do I hate them so much? Because I have no meaningful way of shutting them down. I have no meaningful way of getting them, removed as a consultant, getting their ability to practice removed. I have no meaningful way of doing it. It doesn't exist. And, the Consultant Association may say things are changing. Great, then freaking change them. Because I've got a consultant right here in Lethbridge who, in a separate business, employed people illegally, and she's still practicing mariling away. She exploited the system. She took advantage of her workers. She actually had an economic advantage because she was making them work more hours than they were actually getting paid. Well, if you're competing with your business and you're exploiting your workers, well, you're making a profit that another honest business is not able to make. And what happens is the crooked ones, the other ones that are trying to compete honestly can't compete, and then they shut down. And then all that's left is the crooked ones. And even though that was reported and everything to the consultant regulator, nothing, not a bloody thing's been done. And it just makes me puke. So yes, good consultants like Nina who care, who are trying to do things right, I'll give you guys shout outs all the time. But the ones that are awful, I detest the fact that they're practicing. As individual people, I don't hate anyone. I don't. But I hate the practice of immigration consultancy when there is no meaningful way for people to file a complaint and get redress when someone is screwing their lives over. That's what I hate. If a lawyer does that, oh my goodness, I would report them to the Law Society. I would be all over it. I would get that lawyer disbarred or the most severe penalty that I could. I don't want anyone to exploit anyone. And if a lawyer really, really steals people's money, they're disbarred. They're gone. Okay. All right, moving on. Okay, so any big questions that are asking specifically about you and your qualifications, I'm gonna pass on that. Now, I also want to let you guys know about something. If you are, and let's see if I can find this. I'm not sure if I can. Let's see here. If you guys are, I'll pull this up and I'll turn this one off. We don't need this one going on anymore here. I can turn that. You've seen that enough. Okay, right here, this link right here, okay? So I'm going to post this in a little bit. And if you have the question of the day, and it's an awesome question, I'm going to pull you in at 10:50 to say hello, and then I'm going to wrap this up. Actually, do you know what, guys? I'm going to shut this down in probably about 6 minutes. Actually, I'm going to have to forego it. Now that I look at this, I need to be able to get into the technical briefing, and I have to probably get in early to make sure that I've got a spot. So I am going to shut this down in about 5 minutes at 10:45. Those of you who are panicking, who are posting all the questions, I can see them. Understand tonight, okay, tonight, and if I go back to the YouTube channel right here, tonight, remember, at 7 p.m., I will stay open as long as I need to answer people's questions, okay? I don't have anything after this, and I've blocked off time in the evening. So 7 p.m. tonight, right here on whatever avenue you're watching it, whether it's Facebook or whether it's YouTube channel, tonight I'm going live to specifically focused on the new PR programs. So those of you who've jumped in and are concerned that you're not going to get your question answered right now, show up and I'll have even more information tonight. So yeah, so don't think that I've left you out of the picture. Okay. All right. Moving through a few more questions and then we'll wrap it up. Okay, let's see here. We've got people tuning in from different locations. Okay, here's a good question. They say, hey, if I get an IT under CAC, would you still suggest that I should still go for international graduate stream? Guys, here's the reality. Because there are no guarantees with anything, I pursue every opportunity that I can. And if it means filing multiple applications for multiple programs to make sure that I've got a backup, I do it. So in your case, absolutely. If you meet the international grad stream, I would submit under that one as well. And until immigration shows mercy and doesn't crucify people for the smallest little mistakes, I will continue to advise my clients to pursue every program available to them, whether it's PNP, CC, or the new pathways to PR streams. Okay. All right, let's see what we've got here. Great people. Like we've got London, Ontario representation, Pakistan. Hardy says, do you believe the FSW will require vaccination proof? I don't think so. They will require testing for COVID, but I don't think they're going to require proof that you've been vaccinated. Okay, this question says, hey, I've got a CEC approved application since January, but no COPR. Is there a way to expedite the process? There really isn't, my friend. There really isn't a way to jog it and push it forward. Okay, let's see what else we've got here. A couple more, and then we're going to wrap up. Okay, Elaine says, I'm from India. Can a person apply for admission and a student visa while they have just started their PR process in their home country? Okay, apply for admission. I think a study permit is what you're asking for. Many countries are different with this, but understand when you have a permanent resident application in any form submitted, immigration can use that as an intention or demonstration that you intend to reside permanently in Canada. And one of the requirements is that you demonstrate a temporary intent or an ability or an intention to return to your home country at the end of your temporary period. And whenever you're applying for a study permit, if you also have some form of PR application, and granted, a profile is not an application, but it still forms a part of your immigration history, then at that stage, it could be one of the negative factors that an officer looks at. It, in and of itself, it can't result in refusal, but it can be a factor. Okay, let's see what else we've got here. Yeah, so we've got another one. Can you apply for both at the same time? Heck yeah, I absolutely do that. Okay, this person says, can you help me find a suitable places? I'm going to ring the bell. Book a consult. Okay. Let's see what else we have here. People from Toronto. Okay, someone asking, how fast do you think they're going to fill up? Could I still be eligible if it was recently laid off because of stay-at-home order? There's going to be a lot of people that are in that situation, and I think you still have a possibility. We're going to wait and see what happens, but one of the factors is you need to demonstrate that you're currently employed, and so we'll just have to see. Yeah, and I know lots of people, Nathan, no wilds. I know there's a ton of you that are in that situation. Okay. Let's see here. Yeah, and there's lots of people, like Rena said before, no slots available. Okay, guys, I'm sorry I have to cut this one a little bit short today. Hopefully that information was helpful. Remember, you've got options available. Come this evening. Let your friends know. Right here, new PR programs, essential workers and international grads. It's happening in 8 hours. It'll be right here, right in the same place you're watching now. Let everybody know. Share the information. In there, I'm going to share the results of this right here, which is the slide deck for the technical briefing. I'm just about to jump on here in 15 minutes. I will share everything with the lawyers who are part of the Canadian Bar Association. Make sure that information gets disseminated to all of them first. I am their representative as the national chair of the Canadian Bar Association's immigration section. So they are my number one priority. Anytime I'm in any meeting with the government, they're the first ones that find out. And then I share it with all of you. And that's what I'm going to do tonight. So no, you don't have to wait until Campbell Cohen does theirs on April the 27th. you can come join me tonight. And heck, you know what? As I look here, I'll give a shout out to Sherman here. Let's see. I'm not sure. Oh, who is it? Yeah, Kareem, who was with CBOC. So good for Kareem. He's a bright guy, really smart. He was with Conference Board of Canada before. And then Stephen Sherman, attorney. Good for you, Stephen. Come join us. You can watch the live Q&A tonight, and I'll share everything that I can, and you guys can then take it and use it for your fancy webinar, which I'm sure will be way more slick than anything that I'm doing, because I just don't have the budget to compete with Campbell Cohen and their millions of dollars or whatever they spend in marketing. I don't. All I have is me, you guys. All I have is me. All right. Thank you so much for tuning in. Awesome little quick session here. Make sure you come back. And then I guess one other last little thing, those of you who are tuning in late, I am offering a do-it-yourself course. Go back, watch this video as a recording, and you'll see what I talk about. But this is all designed to help you submit your own application with my help, walking you through the steps, showing you how to complete the forms, and answering all of your questions in a series of masterclasses, just like the one I'm doing right this minute every evening this week and next at 5 p.m. for the express entry candidates. All right, guys, I can see the comments going crazy, people asking questions, and I'm sorry I can't get to all of them, but come tonight, okay, 7 p.m. Take care. I'll see you later.